Now, Shampoo Road. Dr. Cheese is at home, and so is my kazoo, so that's the intro you get for today. We just moved to Clearwater, Florida. Man, is it beautiful here. I'm just going on a bike ride because I'm waiting for some jobs to hit me back, and Jennifer's still sleeping, so I'm enjoying this beautiful air and this beautiful weather and the freedom of having a bicycle. Pretty cool. I like this better than having my car. So I want to talk about Christ consciousness. Clearwater Christ consciousness. So the whole Jesus thing, this is all my opinion too, right? Alright, so I think a lot of people think Jesus was an actual person, and I think maybe he was, but I think maybe it's a reoccurring character. Like everyone needs a savior, whether it's you or someone helping you out. So like in the Bhagavad Gita, like Krishna, the Eastern mysticism believe more of like a Christ consciousness. It's like an enlightenment level you achieve through like meditation and like doing good things. The scale of consciousness, which was calibrated by Dr. David R. Hawkins in the book Power versus Force. There's different vibration levels, and there's different emotions you can experience. And and when you're in the lower emotions like fear, shame, and guilt, you can't experience love, joy, enlightenment. Like it's just not fathomable to you. So the whole Christ consciousness thing, I think, like the temple of God, temples, right? Your pineal gland is up there. And I think your pineal gland is like an antenna to God. So when you clean your pineal gland and you raise your vibes, it's like God can talk to you, God can come through you. And there's like a good force in this world, you know what I mean? Like there's definitely good and evil. Like whether it's like an intentional thing or that's just the way it is. So I think all these people that worship the black cube, they're worshiping this place. They're worshiping the three-dimensional realm because that's the only place they have power. Because they know they can't ascend to the higher realms. Like, dude, thanks again to everyone who watched my witchcraft video. I have almost 1,000 views on that. That's crazy. I only have like 65 subscribers, so I appreciate everyone that's watching this. I appreciate everyone that's listening to me. That's really cool. Thank you. I learned the stuff I learned from listening to other people, and it's time for me to be that guy and spread the love and spread the knowledge. So teach this to other people, and if anyone out there wants to teach me stuff, man, I'd love that. So where was I? Hopefully you can hear me with all this traffic going by. So, forces of good and evil. So the people like witches and like Satanists and stuff, they get power from taking. They take to get their power. And that's only a one-way street, kind of like Satan. Like Satan will give you something immediately and it'll feel good, but then in the long run, you get something taken that's way greater than that. Like the power of giving, it might not always have an instant reward, but in the long run, God will take care of you. God will steer you on the right path and give you everything you need. Like all you need is abundance. That's all I want. I don't want to be rich. I just want to live a comfortable life and not have to worry, be able to provide for my girlfriend and my kids. And where was I? Yeah, so there's like a natural order to this world. It's like, it's love. Like this place was created, you were created, we're all created in the power of love. Like the Word. God is the Word and the Word is God. There was like something that was a good vibration that set into motion like life and creation of other life. And it's like like the Fibonacci sequence, how it's in all living organisms, like the golden ratio, the perfect spiral, and fractals. Like it's something that just keeps repeating on itself. So there's people out there that they want that power now, they're greedy and they want it now and they don't want to do the right thing, so they take, and they're going against the natural order. For example, let me figure out if I could phrase this without getting snagged by the algorithm. People that aren't happy with the way they were born and want to mutilate themselves and be the opposite thing, well, you're going against the natural order. Like you're being a pervert, I'm sorry. And, I used to be like that. I used to dress like a girl. When I was on drugs and drinking and I was mentally messed up and, I was going against the natural order of things. Like I wanted to look in the mirror and see something that I wanted to sleep with, and that's just not right, Like there's a reason why a natural family can reproduce, and, it's love. Love creates life. And by doing things out of love, it's like you get rewarded for it. I don't even want to put it like that, like getting rewarded for it. It's just, how can you not feel greedy by wanting to feel love, by wanting to share love. Like, everyone wants to feel good, but you don't want to take from other people. It's like, you should be giving more than you're receiving, and then you'll receive more than you ever needed. So, I don't know. So, like, Christ consciousness is trying to be like Christ. That's what all that is. Like, the Bible's like a big code book. But I think they messed with it and took a bunch of stuff out. Like, they took out Enoch and the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Nag Hammadi, and the Ethiopian Bible's totally different from the King James. And King James wrote a book on demonology. It's all just weird. So I read the Bible, I read the Bhagavad Gita. I don't really mess with the Quran, really, and the Torah is pretty much the Old Testament. And it's full of weird stuff here and there, you know, like, but I try to take out all the good morals. Like, I read a daily devotional, and even there sometimes it's talking about fear God and, you know, jealous God. I'm like, I don't think the God that we love is like that, like, you know what I mean? So, like, goat, when people say goat, like, oh, he's the goat, and they're trying to say it's the greatest of all time. Well, goat stands for God of all things, materiality. And the more I just stop caring about my material possessions, like, the lighter I feel. Like, I'm not tied down to this world. I'm trying to give away more of my stuff, but at the same time, it's like, I kind of gotta try to sell some, because I need money while I'm here to live, I guess. And until I'm living like a freedom lifestyle totally, and like growing my own food and stuff, I gotta operate on this money system. You know what I mean? There might be some digital weirdness soon and social credit score. But trying to make it while I'm here and spread good vibes and love. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know shit, man. I don't know anything. I'm just a dude trying to spread some good vibes and share what I've learned. And you know what I mean? Like, a wise man once said, I know nothing. And I don't, really. In the grand scheme of things, I could be wrong. But I think I'm on the right path, because I feel good. And, you know, our life's been getting, the more good I do, the easier my life gets. It's like a smooth sailing kind of thing. Like, when I was doing bad shit, like drinking, doing drugs, stealing, not giving our kids the love and attention they needed, not respecting my parents, and like, my life was real hard. It was a constant struggle. I'd wake up and, you know, I slept in our old band space for a while, which was like an old clock factory, and it was a dirty place, and in the winter it was really cold, and you know what I mean? Like, now we're renting an Airbnb at a monthly rate, and it is a little expensive. But we live in a real neighborhood, and everyone's nice, and everyone says hi, and like, it's a beautiful thing, you know, like, community is nice. You know, not commune or communism. Like, in theory, I think it would work, but it doesn't, you know, so, like, I don't know, you just gotta do good to others and, like, lift yourself up so you could be a better influence around those around you. Like, you gotta work on yourself while working with others at the same time. It gets complicated, but it's really kind of simple. Just give, like, you know, worry about other people more than yourself, and then God will take care of you. Yeah, pretty simple if you think about it, but not that complicated. It feels complicated sometimes. You know, the society that we live in isn't really structured for helping other people. Like, they make you go to school all day for 12 years, while your parents are at work all day, so you're learning from strangers, really. And then your parents have a boss at work, and, you know, sometimes you have a good boss, but a lot of the times it's someone that don't care about you. They just want money, they're just worried about money, and so, like, they separate you from your parents at an early age. And then it's this kind of like cutthroat lifestyle. Like, you gotta get money and get an education and get out of the house. Like, why don't you want to live with your family forever? Like, I'm feeling that, like, the older I get, I'm like, I wish my family was around. Like, I wish it wasn't like that. Like, I would love if our kids are 16, 18, and 21. Like, I wish they would have come live with us. Like, I hope they will someday. And, you know what I mean? I'd like to be around my grandkids, and it's just, the world's kind of messed up, but I'm trying to make the best of it, and yeah, that's all I got to say about that. So Christ consciousness is just like trying to be like Christ, you know, trying to do the right thing and help others. And it's just, like, just in the Bible though, when you raise your vibes, because a lot of people are on low vibes and it, like, interferes with them. Like, when you shine a light on something that likes living in the shadow, it's gonna get real mad at you. Like, when you're shining real bright, when you're feeling really good, it like pisses people off. And, like, whether a lot of people want to admit that or not, like, I've experienced that. Like, I had an old boss, like when I was eating bullshit food and smoking cigarettes and doing drugs and stuff, I feel like he was cooler with me. But then when I started eating healthy and doing good, and like I had a girlfriend that I loved, and like I was trying to be more of like a family man, he was a bigger dick to me. I was like, I don't get this. Like, you think I would get a little bit more respect? Like, I'm not doing it for respect. I'm just like speculating here. It's like, why are people treating me different now that I'm doing good? Some people recognize it. Some people want to do good with me and share, but some people are, it highlights the darkness in their life, and they don't like that. And they're not vibrating high enough to notice it or like understand why it's happening. So yeah, so clean your pineal gland. I got some videos on that. Like I don't think meat is like the biggest part of it, but I think it is, because eating meat to me now, I see it as like a survival mindset, like hunting and trapping and eating something that was alive and like ripping its flesh apart and cutting the bone off the meat. You know what I mean? But like, I think a philosopher's diet is like an abundance mindset. Like philosophers go pick apples off trees, and like it's beautiful and tastes delicious right off the plant. And you know what I mean? Like it's got live enzymes in it, and it's, it needs the sun and water. Oh, that's another cool thing I noticed. The sun and water, they'll help like the tiniest little plant grow into a tree. But like anything inorganic, the sun and water will destroy. Like I work on campers, and the sun destroys them. Like the littlest bit of water will destroy it. It just annihilates it. I gotta cross the road here, so Shampoo Road over and out. Be safe and much love.